All right, good morning, or good afternoon now. All right, today we're going to be talking about earthquakes. Cool, huh? It is. So we're going to go through the slide presentation, and you will learn all about extreme earth. All right. So in this case, we're going to do this. We're going to open up our just a little bit more. All right, so remember when we did the activity, we had cards and we talked about the tectonic plates of the earth. All right, they could either rub up and down like that, or they might be moving towards each other. All right, remember how we talked about that. They also might be pushing away from one another. All right, so this kind of movement causes earthquakes. I'm going to move this down a bit. All right. Why do earthquakes happen? Earthquakes can cause a lot of damage because they make the ground shake. All right. Things can fall off of shelves. Pictures can fall off of walls. Furniture can move. Trees and telegraph poles might sway. Roads can be damaged. Cracks might appear in the ground, and buildings can be damaged or destroyed. Look at the map of the world. Toggle the buttons and show the tectonic plate boundaries. All right. So those are the tectonic plate boundaries. All right. These are the earthquake hot spots. All right. What do you notice about those? We go back to the. Oops. Sorry. Okay, we're going to go back. So here are the tectonic plate boundaries. Now notice where the hot spots are. They're really, really, really similar, all right? Not exactly, but you can see that they're all centered around where the tectonic plates are. All right, we'll go back again a couple more times and see. Okay, see that? Compare it with that again. They look really close, all right, to where most earthquakes happen. All right. So when the ground starts to shake, we need to drop, cover, and hold. So duck under a strong table or desk. Cover your head, your neck with your arms. Stay away from windows. Remember to keep calm. It's easy to get freaked out and upset and do things that might cause danger to yourself or to others. So make safe choices for yourself and those around you. Stay put, shelter in place. Whether you're in a car, in a bed, or in a public place, don't try to run out the building during strong shaking. Wait until the shaking stops. All right, because you just never know what's happening outside your door. It might feel normal to run outside, but you really just need to stay where you're at. All right, so there are two main ways to measure the power of an earthquake. Machines called seismographs measure the power of an earthquake at its epicenter on a scale that's called the Richter scale. Another measure is the Mercalli scale, and this is based on people's observations during an earthquake. All right, can you sort out the different strengths of the Mercalli scale into the right order? All right, so how do you feel? We're going to skip that for a minute. All right. So, number 1 on the Mercalli scale meant it's felt by no one. There was an earthquake that could have been recorded on the Richter scale, but nobody felt it. All right, felt by a few people is number 2. Hanging objects might swing a little. All right, felt by many, number 3, but they don't realize it was an earthquake. Something starts shaking and they just thought, oh, well, maybe a train was going by or something like that. Felt indoors by most people, number 4. Vibrations similar to a lorry hitting a building. All right, so there might not be something, might still not be that bad, but most people are going to notice that something's going on. Number 5 is felt by everyone. Sleeping people may be woken up. Trees and telegraph poles sway. Number 6, felt by all. People run outside. Furniture moves. Slight damage to property. Number 7, felt by all. People run outside. Moderate damage to buildings. So a little bit more damage to the buildings. Specially designed buildings damaged, others collapse. All right, so if it's designed to withhold an earthquake, it might just be a little damaged. But others that weren't designed that way might fall apart. 9, all buildings damages. Cracks appear in the ground. 10, many buildings destroyed. The ground is badly cracked. 11, almost all buildings are destroyed. Wide cracks in the ground. Water, gas, and electric are out of action. This definitely would have been one that was characterized for the Haiti earthquake several years ago. Number 12, total destruction. Waves seen in the ground. All right, so those are all the different types of effects. You're going to, now we're going to go back and we're going to talk about the worksheets that you're going to do. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Mercalli scale today. Miss Asma or Miss Marty will give you a worksheet. All right, you're going to work on these in groups. Here you're going to draw pictures felt by of each of these parts of the Mercalli scale. Okay, number 2, felt by very few people. Hanging objects may sway. Draw a picture. All right, number 11, almost all buildings damaged, while cracks in the ground, gas and water and electric out of action. All right, so that's your first activity. Your second activity is to work on these in table groups. You can work with a partner on the first one. All right, you can work on your table groups with these. It'll be easier to help each other, all right? Sort the following in order of strength, all right? So you're going to write the numbers in the little circle. Felt by nearly everyone. Number felt by no one. Which numbers on the Mercalli scale were these? All right, you're going to do those. Try and get them right, and then Miss Marty can look through the answer key, and you guys can talk about which ones were right, all right? If there's still time in class, I want you to write a descriptive poem. You've done this many times for different subjects. This time our subject is earthquake. If you remember, we did several of these about the river. All right, you're going to do this in your groups again. You're going to agree on your descriptions. Use quality adjectives and verbs, remember. Okay, so here's an example. All right, remember that we always do these built around your nouns. Okay, so your nouns are the most important thing here. And so we're going to talk about bookshelf. All right, the sturdy, full bookshelf swayed. All right, so you add, and so you're going to make your chart like this. All right, starting with the nouns. The nouns are the most important thing. Then think about your adjectives. Sturdy, full. Describe your bed. Describe your building. Describe the ground, the sky, the air, the table. You can use different nouns. You don't have to use these, but these are just some ideas for you to get started. You need at least 5 nouns, okay? I have 8 here, or 7 rather. You need at least 5, okay? And then add your verbs. You might want to do your adjectives after you do your nouns, then choose some verbs. And finally, check and see if you need determiners. You don't always need determiners. Sometimes you do. All right. And then once you've got your chart made, then you can actually write out your sentences for your poem. Once you're finished with all of these activities, then you can move on and just read if you still have time left over. All right. Hope you have a great day. I will see you again tomorrow.